What's up guys, I'm back with another video. So today I have the Royal Enfield Meteor 350. Now this is the newest bike from the Royal Enfield. Okay, so talking about the design elements, now this is a retro motorcycle, a classic motorcycle. It reminds me of the Thunderbird. It has a lot of Thunderbird elements, and it is kind of very similar to Thunderbird. Now this is, I guess this is the Supernova edition. It looks very good in my opinion. It's very appealing. So you get alloy wheels as standard, and there's a new kind of chassis here. It's a different kind of chassis, a J platform, something like that. Talking about the brakes, now the front brakes get 300mm disc and the back gets 270mm disc, and that is pretty much not seen in normal bikes because you get these kind of disc sizes in huge bikes. So tail portion or the back portion of the bike, it looks really good. I like the small tail light. It's really appealing, and the indicators too with the chrome finish. It's good. And the mudguard is metal. That's nice. And the exhaust pipe comes in chrome finish, and you get the black matte finish in the Fireball edition in the base variant. Okay, let's sit on the bike and see. Now my height is 172 centimeter and I can completely flat foot. That's nice. So if you are a short rider, you don't have to worry about the seat height or anything like that. It's about 780mm, I suppose. Okay, now the instrument cluster. This is kind of new from Royal Enfield because you don't see this kind of instrument cluster in Royal Enfield. Okay, let's talk about the bigger one first. Now in this, it shows the fuel meter, the odometer, trip A, trip B and trip F, and the gear position indicator, and this is service indicator, and you get all of this warning lights over here. It gets ABS as stock in all three models. That's pretty nice. Dual channel ABS, by the way. And coming to the small one, now this meter is built with Google and it shows you the directions. I mean, that is pretty nice, and I've tested it already. It looks kind of okay. It's okay, I suppose, but it doesn't show you real time thing. It shows like take a turn in 1.5 kilometer. But still they have improved a lot, and I'm impressed. And you get a USB charging port over here, as you guys can see over here, and yeah, a new type of clutch lever and brake lever. That is pretty nice, and it's really comfy to hold. Like, it's really I don't know what to say. It's really nice. It feels different from all of the other bikes. Now coming to the tank, now this is a 15-liter capacity tank. Now this part is plastic, this is not metal. Wait, this part is plastic, this is metal. Yeah, this cap is plastic and this is metal. The switches, now you get this new kind of rotary kind of switches. These are really good. At first you might feel this is cheap, but then it's really nice. It's really premium quality. So this is the engine off, engine on, and this is the start. There's no self start button as you get in the normal bikes, but this is different. That is really good touch. And this is the indicators, this is the horn, and this is the hazard switch. So in my Himalayan, my riding posture is like this. So in this bike, it is a bit lowered like this, but it's really comfortable. So front headlight gets this DRLs around the headlight, and it's a normal halogen bulb actually, but you get this LED DRLs. That's a good touch. And the indicators come in chrome finish. It really looks good. And the tires are, and you get tubeless Seat tires, which is really nice. Now this is the 19-inch. So these are the 17-inch, which is a 140 by 70. That is really nice. The tires are a bit fatter compared to other Royal Enfield bikes. So talking about the seat comfort, now this seat is very comfortable. It's very soft. I mean, not as soft as the Himalayan. I personally ride a Himalayan, so it's not as soft as that. I would say 50% soft. So it's pretty nice actually. I don't have any complaints about that. And the only thing I feel that this backrest should have been a bit backwards set, because I feel like this is a bit forward, and your pillion does not get enough space to sit. And the pillion footrest too, it's kind of backwards set. I don't know why. If the pillion footrest would have been set over here, like over here, then it would have been perfect. Excellent. I'll show you guys how you sit as a pillion. Now this is how you sit. Your feet are way behind. Look at that. It should have been over here, then it would have been so good. But this is what it is. It's a whole new bike basically. It just looks like Thunderbird, but then it feels like a whole new bike. The mirrors come in chrome finished. That is really a good touch. Gives a retro classic feeling to the bike. So yeah, this is the new Royal Enfield logo design. It looks good. You get to see this kind of design in the Triumph and most premium motorcycles, but Royal Enfield has stepped up the game. Yeah, I guess it's time for us to ride the bike, and I'll tell you guys how it feels to ride, the vibrations and all. So yeah, let's get on to riding. Okay, so let's get riding. Now I was in the Bomasandra Decathlon. It's very free over here, so I got this bike from Bomasandra Motors. I really want to thank them for lending me the bike for a couple of hours. I cannot say that the vibrations are completely gone, but I can still feel some amount of vibrations in the mirror too. I guess this is kind of loose and that's why you get these vibrations, but there are still vibrations, but not as the older Royal Enfields where it used to vibrate so much. But I can tell you one thing, Royal Enfield has improved a lot in this bike. The back brakes are really punchy and it's really good. Of course it has a 270mm disc, so yeah, it should be very sharp. I would say this back brake is better than my Himalayan. I've ridden the Thunderbird before and I know how it feels. Now comparing with the Thunderbird, this bike is has really stepped up the game. It's really nice. I don't feel the amount of vibrations as you used to feel in the Thunderbird. And if you want to talk about the riding posture is very upright and relaxed. You can cruise all day, man. I'm telling you, I'm not lying, you can cruise all day, no problem. Man, it just feels like butter. Oh my god. Talking about the refinement, this is much refined compared to the other Royal Enfield bikes. If I was to buy a cruiser under 2.5 lakhs, I would definitely go for this bike because I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. I would say this bike is very apt for city use and it's very nimble, man. You can flick it around in the city, no problems at all. The brakes are really good, man. Holy crap. So in the older Royal Enfield, the comfortable cruising speed was 70 to 80, but in this I would say it is 90 to 100. Could comfortably cruise. So my final verdict would be, if you're looking for a cruiser and also a city commuter, and if you plan on doing weekend rides or long rides, and also you want a daily commute every single day, you should probably go for this bike. It's really nice. You should test ride this bike for yourself and make your choice. But my opinion is this is a really nice cruiser and also city commuter. It's really comfortable. It does not feel heavy at all. You can look at this, it's very nimble. So yeah, I'll be comparing this bike with the CB350, the Honda Highness CB350. So these both are actual rivals right now. So this is my review of the Meteor 350. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, you guys know the drill. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.